scientist, the founder of the Weather Channel in CNN, has been filmed online this week saying that 97% of studies which concluded that climate change was man-made, 97% of them are funded by vested interests who want to conclude that. Give me your response to that.
I'm sorry. The idea that the Met Office is funded by who? The vested interest here is the oil corporations. They are making around $2 trillion a year in profits out of us, and they want to keep that market. And they're flooding our media with propaganda to slow down action on the climate emergency. If we had taken action on the climate emergency over the last 20 years, as our government should have, many of our homes now would not be paying oil companies through the nose for their oil, for their gas and their electricity. They would be like me. I haven't given a penny to the oil companies or the gas companies over the last 2 months because I have supplied all of my energy from my home. I have insulated my home. And that's what we need to be doing for poorer people in this country, to free them from slavery to the oil companies. Why are we not doing this? It's terrible for Britain. It's terrible for the planet. And it's terrible for the poor.
Well, just let me just ask you one thing then, because I have received a lot of abuse online over the years, particularly in the last 2 years of being against lockdowns and mandatory vaccinations. And I have never experienced anything like I've had from the Green lobbyists in the last 24 hours. I mean, you've never, honestly, horrendous. I have a very thick skin. I can cope with it. I like debates. I want us to talk about these issues because when anybody says to me the science on something is settled, that's when my alarm bells go off, that maybe the science isn't settled. So just the last word on that. For you, is the science completely settled that climate change is entirely man-made, but we can reverse it if we change our behaviour now? Is that what you're saying?
You're absolutely right. I'm a scientist. I've done a degree in science. Nothing is 100% certain. However, it can get to fairly high certainty. Science can get to 97, 98% certainty. And so that's where the science on climate is now. And would you go on a plane and put the entire economy on a plane that has a 2% chance of landing? Because that's what the odds are. I don't think that's what we should be doing. And I think you are right. You should actually look into this and see the science. What is the 98% of science saying we need to act urgently? Because if they're right, then we need to act.